It is Monday, London session, 26 January 26th. Time check. Yes, traders, we are here once more for this week. Twagala tulabe what can we really raise from this week, inshallah. Yeah, as I was giving the time check, allow me send some special greetings to my first attendants. Hope everything is good. Yes, Mr. Ryan, under the usernames of HMM or OH-M-M. Good morning, my blazer. Let me hope everything is good that side. Assalamu alaikum. Sending greetings to Mr. Osdon Freddy, the first one to attend today's session. How are you doing, my blazer? Yes, Mr. Kasim, namesake, Maine. Let me hope everything is alright. Those ends. I'm seeing Mr. Samwizi, creator. How are you doing, Mr. Samwizi, creator? Katongo the Derek, 9258. I'm looking at Myth of Wall Street. Yeah, I like the name. Myth of the Wall Street. Myth of Wall Street. I'm seeing Mr. Original. Yes, Original. I'm seeing Genesis Chats. How are you doing? I like the name. Yes, Developer. Let me hope everything is good that side, Mr. Developer. I'm seeing user 31 something, then Trisha. Yeah, Muli about traders. How is everything? Today is Monday. I have to repeat the same process. That we normally use. Kuda tukola analysis waffe morning sessions paka je bikola ki je bigwera. Chiriwo, my blazer. Is this wizard? Oh, alhamdulillah, alaikum salam. Yeah, this is a new week. Any questions before we start off? How was the previous week so far for you? How were the weekends taking you, my blazers? Mr. Wizard, I've seen you down there. Let me hope everything is going on well and smooth. Time check. It is only 5 minutes that have passed since we have started the session. Only 5 minutes that have passed. Only 5 minutes. Right, the trading a gold, but ankubye. Nakende nonya sero zine bankubirayo, nenonya buys bankubiddeyo kati. What's your winning rate? I don't have a winning rate, my blazer. I don't have a winning rate. Nchari yao ndi sina winning rate. So kumpa 1%, 0.5%. Any percentage you can give me. But what I'm sure of is that I can make money from the Forex charts. For that I'm proud. Yes. Amanya, John Murray, how are you doing? Mr. Saint 6, Hillary Hills. I'm seeing Naz Pro Yugi down there. Yes, what are some of the questions for today? Bring me some questions, then we start off the analysis. We start to break the market down and see where we are heading. Okay, as people are coming, let me try to give a simple breakdown on XAUSD. This chart that you're looking at right now, and the chart Twakora analysis netuji breaking it down last week. Those who are with me, they can witness. I gave you some of the confirmations, what to consider on, and unfortunately, they respected it as we had planned. Are you together? I trade NAS 100, I trade US 30 and German 40. Yes, then I can there trade XAU USD. Are you together? So those are some of my pairs that I trade. Those are some of my pairs that I trade. People are not tapping the screen and they are seriously asking me questions. Okay, so I want us to break down this XAUSD. The previous week we analyzed and we made this as a confirmation. Unfortunately, it was respected and up to date. They are still even buying, because I remember I told you that we shall see the market dropping downwards, coming back and retest, whereby it did so. They retested it and then it gave us the sells and then it just continued upwards to give us the buys. So that proves how strict our strategy is. So now let us try to do the breakdown for today so that you can get to know where are we heading, where are we heading on XAUSD. As we speak, 6 days remaining, now 5 days remaining to go to what we call the government shutdown. So as far as the government shutdown is there are probabilities for the market not to be in a consolidation. It's not moving well. They don't respect prices. They don't respect market structure, So you just have to be very observant and very careful. So normally when I'm doing analysis, I consider 1 hour as my time frame. However, these are the confirmations before I continue. 2 minutes remaining for 1 hour to close. So I want us to break down from 1 hour because already we are on the all-time highs. However, now this is where the week opened from. We started with this gap, and very many traders, their take profits were skipped. Are you together? So we are now in this range. Are you together? So here we are right now. For sure, I wanted to take the sales, but I feared due to the direction. So this is the setup you're gonna use. First of all, the market had created this area, this one. They created this together, and we expected the market to come and do this, stopping to this level, and then we shall only confirm the sales if they close below this low, this previous low. If they close below the previous low, then we can wait for a retest. Then we can say that now you're moving downwards. That is if we are only to sell together. However, what they did, they gave us this card that you all see. It gave us a very big wedge, sweeping all the sellers who are in this area. Remember, this is on higher time frames, and leaving out this wedge showed that the price is being rejected. And now you can all see this was a signal for the sellers that anytime from now the sellers are taking off taking on the buyers. Are you together? But remember what I've told you. The only way we shall confirm that now the sellers are in the market, we shall have to consider this level on 15-minute time frame. If we receive the market, if any candle with good momentum closes below this, then there we shall be anticipating to move. Tap the screen, guys. Tap screen. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Yes, I'm trying to say, if we receive any candle closing below this, meaning now they have closed below the previous low. Therefore, this means that now people who are selling, they can start looking for those potential potential sales, because this will have broke the market the market structure. Tulifenda singa katale kanajja neka closing below this area eyabaddewo eyasembyeyo kubeera low, kitegeeza tujja linda market retesting once more to this level, then we buy, then we move we take our entry. However, ekyo kinate kikoze, then we shall have to just wait. Awogena kwongera moving a lower time frames. Tulifenda awogena kwongera moving a lower time frames. Only only to see the market closing above now where we had marked as our expected sell area. So meaning utunafuna kando yonna nga breaking of this tujasinzira ku momentum, because as of now you can see the current movement. But twandigambye this level, of course utugamba this level kiba kitegeeza we are moving forward. For those people who are looking for buys, they can start looking for the for the re-entries. Tumanyi oba tuli ku pace yemu, and then there we can therefore continue. Kati kasita bajja ne closing above that which that will mean that now the buyers are still in the market. Era obogenda nonya entries zachi za kubayinga. Naye ekyo kinaba tekikoze, we shall only have to wait to sell nga ba closing below the previous low. Ekyo bada tebakikoze, then ebisigadde tujaba tulimba bulimbi. Tulifena so tunafunayo candles affe nga tuyingira akatale nga tumovinga downwards. So that is the breakdown, the brief breakdown I can give you to those people who are trading on XAUSD. Briefly, in Gamaliriza XAU, we can consider now this. We have this where the market is, normally bazita indecision candles. Simanyi interozu sobesa Bruins Jack session. You can consider that one, or you can consider the one that came next. Then is the only way to understand them, or you know kongera proceeding to the lower time frames, or minimizing an entry point of obengo solo kufuna Twitter sniper what we call a sniper entry. Simanyi oba tuli ku page yemu. I don't know if we are on the same page. Together. So, chilegeza, whoever that is taking the buys, this was a potential area to put in your entry. Obogenda funa sniper entry. Then otargeting. Last time I remember teaching you about this, and I talked about what we call using risk to reward ratio, using risk to reward ratios, because when you are trading all-time highs, we don't have the price action, but the only way we can win is by the use of what? Risk to reward what? Risk to reward ratio. Kitegezo otegera sente meka gwe zoli willing okufirwa. Sente meka zo yagala okufirwa. Nkugambye, allow me to first use some little Luganda to make it very clear for my fellow Baganda. Inti esawa zino omuntu adanonya entry ya buy obadde ina kusinzira ku indecision ziriwo bbiri. Waliwo eno eya blue, waliwo ne ya red. Oshegera. But why am I talking about this? These don't move across time frames. These were the areas of consolidation before the impulsive move. So the market had to come back to retest on that area to give you that potential buy. Oshegera. So kitegeeza omuntu weda esawa zino ubako badde with that concept wandibadde wanyuse dda ng'obivuddemu tobirinamu esawa zino nga katalo olaba kaki olaba kalabe tulifena. So unless if you have a question, but that's the breakdown I can give. As I'm concluding, I've told you I've given you two options. The only way we shall say that you are going to sell, engeri emu yokaje tujogama tugenda sellinga. Singa the market comes and gives us at least 3 candles to the downside, but these candles have to close below the previous low. Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Kasita candles is closing below the previous low, then there we can start to think of what? Looking for sales on XAUSD. Nekugamba inti already the price is here. Where at the previous low, previous high we have had it. If the market gives us other 2 candles closing above that, then there will be confirming that we are looking for the what? For buy entries, and then we proceed upwards. I don't know whether I am making myself clear. Simanyi oba byenjogera at least binamu kyebikyusaamu ku traders. So mutunulie setup eyo nga wefanana. That is the brief breakdown I can give. If you have not understood anything there, please feel free to ask. That's the reason I'm here. That's why the reason I'm here. That's the main reason as to why I'm here. So that is the simple breakdown I can give on XAUSD. What other questions do you have for me? But I've given you the entry for one to have reason eyokubanga wayingidde sale oba buying. Nkuwadde reason as to why you should have waki wandadde wayingidde dda buy yo oba entry yo. Yes. So that's what I can provide on XAU. So as we see, this is a 15-minute time frame, 9 minutes so far. It has just opened, and now we are looking at the momentum. We can see now the buyers are strongly taking over. I've showed you if you were to enter buys, it was indecision candle. Even when you proceed to 5 minutes, ojajira banga weri. Kati twagala tulabe, will these guys be able to move upwards? No. Will they be able to move downwards? No. So to got confirming. As you can look at when you look at 5 minutes, we can all see that the market is rejecting depending on this what? On this zone here. Are we together? Awo mazeewo. Golodi mumaliriza lwa mwinako ekibuuzo. Is there anyone with any question on XAU USD? If you there, please. Yes, please. Is there anyone with a question? Unfortunately, today morning, Kedeng Ajagala trading buys a gold. I woke up in the morning, aiming at trading my $30. But XNS, they did not allow me to deposit that amount. So therefore, I survived. So let us look at another pair. Seems like you don't have questions on XAU USD. What other pairs should we trade? Okay, my brother is saying talk about GBP USD. Okay, let us try to break this down. All these USD pairs are looking forward to move to their highest peaks. Yeah, we can all see I had a setup. However, when you come to daily time frame of XA on GBP USD, we can therefore see that the market is still having a way forward. They still have a way forward to the top. However, there is this potential area. Yeah, the structure on XA on GBP USD gives a very good explanation on what we call inducement. I don't know whether my fellow traders have ever heard about the word inducement. So this is GU. Oh yes, according to the way I'm looking at, according to the way I see GBP USD, we should just wait for any retest and we move to the what? To the upper direction, and this would be a very perfect area to look for your retests. It has to be a very good perfect area to look for your what? For your retest from. All together. We should expect at least to see the market tapping in this area and then continuing upwards. Why am I saying so? It's majorly because GBP USD is in a bullish run. It's in a bullish run, and there are possible chances for the market to continue upwards. Are you together? Yes, there are possible chances for the market to continue in the upper direction. So, there, you should just have to wait for a confirmation entry, where if you look at this on, let us assume this is 1 hour. Let us just go to 1 hour and see. When you look at this consolidation that is being formulated, this is according to Falcon strategy. You can see this as a very good confirmation for the buyers. It's a very good structure for the what? For the buyers. So another concept I can share with you, my colleagues, is that when you're trading such market conditions, yes, like I always say, don't trade on higher time frames and don't trade on lower time frames. Try to be moderate. Play around 30, 15, 5 minimum altogether. So when you proceed, the more you proceed to the lower time frames, the more things are becoming more and more clear. As long as it is more better to do the analysis on the higher time frames, because there you can be able to cover up everything. So when you come to 15 or 5, you can see that the market is in a range. The market is completely ranging. Now, here, after observing such a condition in the market, you should ask yourself, how do we trade a range? However, to those people who are scalping, whenever you're scalping, don't forget the direction. Always keep yourself to the what? To the direction of the market. So then we all know that the market is bullish. Then why are you trying to force the sellers? Are we together? Why are you trying to force the sellers? So if I'm to trade, these are the areas I'm going to consider. When they reach here, I buy. When they reach there, I sell. Until I receive any confirmations. These are some of the confirmations you should consider. Remember, these are low time frames. Don't fear them. In case we receive any candle closing below, if we receive any candle closing below, then there we shall just move to the what? To the next direction. Are we together? Just need 2 candles of the caliber. They close, we move. I don't know whether I am making myself clear on that. So if you have a question on that, you should probably bring it to me. And then the same thing, we should put other confirmations there. If we receive any candle closing above, then that means that we are moving upwards. The same thing applies. Only 2 candles. Remember, this is the lower time frame. Tulifena candles zifuna bidding as closes kweno zone, then atwatu mazofuna breakout. Chitegeeza this one now is turning out to be the area of consolidation before the impulsive what? Before the impulsive move. Tulifena bagana bange. Ebisera bisinga twatu confirming atwagala nyo sinzira ku candles zimeka biri obemu. Most of the time it has to be 2 or 3 candles. We receive 3 candles, then after that is a more good for confirmations. Tulifena. So tugende ku other pair. What other pair? People asking me for US oil. Do I have US oil here? Let me try to see how I can break down for you US oil. The network is not good, but we can fight with it. Don't worry. So this is US oil. Hey, I'm sending greetings to my friends down there. I'm seeing Mahad X. How are you doing, Mr. Mahad X? Yes, Mr. Benzima Mustafa. Yes, Mr. Jade. Let me hope everything is good that side. It's a good afternoon now. I'm seeing Justice. How are you doing, Justice? I'm seeing Mr. Vibes of Toro. Yes, Najib. Najib, how are you doing? Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul, how are you doing? Mr. Paul. It's called Mr. Paul Zero. Yes, I'm seeing Mr. Klase Baba. Klase Baba, how are you doing, Mr. Baba? I'm seeing Dio. Dio Music. Is everything good? That's it. I was calling himself Pipa. He's called the FIFA Pro. Hey, Mr. MH, how are you doing? Mr. Shepo. And others down there. Jabamba Buzako, Mr. Forex Godzilla. Sweet Lydia. Hey, Sweet Lydia, Mulavyeko Wansa, Bayani. Then I'm seeing Mr. Flex. Okay. Tugenda kola analysis, tugenda gezaho kola breakdown ya US 30, ya US oil. Tulabe US oil kiki exactly kyatutera ku meza. Tulifenda what exactly US oil is putting for us on table. So US oil ku daily time frame, that's how it looks. Ku daily. Yes, Tulaba, we are trying to observe a downtrend in US oil. However, let us try to play around that small movement. It's what we're gonna use to consider the direction or to determine the trade. If someone is aiming at taking positions, then at least you should not pass your eyes onto this structure. Hey, together. Yes, here down I can see why someone would have took as a buy position, which is okay. So we have this area again, okay. So once we proceed to 1 hour, what do we have on board? So this is what we are looking at now. This is the zone we are going to consider taking positions on US oil. First of all, I have to know the direction. We have all been able to witness that the sellers are in position. The sellers are in position. And then now we want to know where are the buyers taking us. Where are the buyers taking us? A moment. Okay, we proceed. So this is US oil. It still has price action, so you can consider price action, marking the zones clearly and smoothly. Price action is still there in the what? In the market. You can consider marking price action. This one I'm getting it from here. I'm considering this zone to mark it, and there I can say this is going to be my expected buy. Are you able to see this? And then this one will be my expected sell areas. This will have to react as my expected sell areas. Then these are the low risk what? Low risk areas. We all know that we should not over risk on the low risk what? On the low risk areas. And then we know that sometimes low risk areas again can act as your take profits altogether. So this is the setup I have on US oil. I think today I'm gonna give out a signal for US oil in my private channel. Yes, what other questions? Do you have any question on US oil? This is the setup I could have come up with if I were you. That is 1 hour time frame. You can look forward for an entry. So whoever is on a low risk area is already looking for the sales. I would have took my entry from here. I sell off because I'm seeing the market respecting my low risk area. I target those ones as my take profits. Normally, learn to minimize the stop losses. Put the stop loss above the previous what? The previous high. Together. So you consider that as the what? The direction, depending on how the market will close. I didn't want to go into details because, okay, you can consider if the market closes below this, we move downwards. If it closes above, then we move upwards. Simple as that. Let me share this out. Allow me share this out. Allow me, please. Allow me. Share this out to my friends there. It is called US oil, but I have it here. US oil. US oil. Let me look at silver, metals, energy. Where is the energy? Here. US dollar, US. Okay. Yeah, the problem that on this broker it has very big spreads. The spreads are very big. It would have been a very good setup. Let me just give them the setup. They take it. If they don't want, we have money. Okay, I'm sharing according to that setup. At least I could feel free to share it out with my colleagues. Sell US oil. Yeah, that is the setup we have on US oil. You can take it if you want. You really want to make some money on it. You can take that setup but don't over risk because the market has just respected a low risk area. Are we together? Akatale ka respectize low risk area, therefore don't over risk. You can take the position naenga to over risk inze. Not over risk inze, please don't over risk because once you over risk, it is going to affect you ngomuntu. Tulifena? Yeah. So we move to other pair. What other pair should we look at? So before you conclude on this, the perfect area to take on the sales would have been this. Would have been there if the market closes from there, then we would have took good sales. Kati tukoze echi, kati tuyina kutya konna naye wano yetuli ku risk area wakyaliwo embiranye. We have just only been rejected on these zones you see there. But respecting zaako ne kano okitegedde. So chances of abaya basobola okubaawo ne chances abaseera lwakuba nti baseera de bakyasinziza amaki amaanyi. Naye nga you can think about it, you can take it. Yes. What other pairs should we look at? Tujimaze. First of all, I gave you a breakdown on XAUSD. nemba breakdown ko GBP USD nemba breakdown kati njagala kutunulira Bitcoin. I normally don't analyze technically Bitcoin because Bitcoin doesn't move technically. BTC USD doesn't move technically. Most of the time it's not a technical issue on BTC USD. Nge good nnyo 8 kuva mu 10 and after you say that you're trading this. So as of now we can all see that BTC USD ali mu kutula ku support. BTC USD ali mu kutula ku support, meaning technically the buyers can take over. However, allow me make this clear. Don't be disappointed with BTC USD. BTC USD is not a technical pair. It's not centralized. BTC omuntu asobola okuveri nagamba yaserize BTCs, yaserize coins ze nekimuleetera kuba effect n'abeera affected. Okitegeera. So it's not a technical pair, it's more of fundamental. You can basically consider the fundamental part when you are analyzing BTC USD. So allow me not to waste time on it. Technically otuba tumala budde. BTC technically ne walaba correspective ebiseera ebisinga kiba kirungi ogamba yes, that's okay, but what's smart to say. So technically Bitcoin it's not analyzed. So okitegedde chances banyingi asobola okulaga confirmations zonna eza direction yo, but olwokuba tali technical kino musoka mucho mukitegeere Bitcoin tali technical analyzed. Anyone can come up and say that I am selling off my coins nga ina nyingi is a very good holder. Newa selling a chikumi chokanga investor. Let me give you an example. Singa Trump akaja nagamba I have 5 bitcoins. Mujala babayi zigazi bayi. Newa jana akiana ganti ningenda selling ko 3. Ojala ba sell zigazi kozechi. Ngazi series. So let us try to be very careful konsonga eyo. Tulifeda. So sigenda mala budde kwa yo pair mumpe pair endala tujanalizing. Give me another pair. Give me another pair that can respect the analysis, the technical part of analysis. Okay, this is NAS 100. NAS 100 naina was sale last year. No long term sale jinalinda we na ate short term never to jamu. Then never selling off. Okay, so let us try to re-break it down and see. So to modify respecting the low risk area. Okay, let us build it up and see how do we come up with that setup. How do we come up with this setup? Yeah, I had a setup there already. Hey, I didn't see this coming. That's very good. Okay, how do we come up with a setup? So daily, according to the time frame, when you look at NAS 100, first of all, you have to know that a few days from now, we are expecting a government shutdown in USA, and we all know that once we see those shutdowns, meaning all USD pairs most of the time are affected. So this is the daily time frame. We can see the market created a very strong resistance. Are together? Yeah, and this is the reason as to why they sold off. You would have seen this on that indecision created on daily time frame. Once we move lower, okay, this is very good. We just have to modify and make it to the lower to the witches together to make our work very clear and neat. So first of all, we have been able to see that the market is playing around the resistance, and they created a stronger resistance on a daily time frame. So that means that now we are looking, there are higher chances for the sellers to be giving us money in the market. Are you together? as I continue, guys, tap the link in my bio to join our Telegram channel, because always these sessions are always there from Monday to Friday. So to avoid missing out, always just keep yourself with us inside the channel. Are together? Yes. And for inquiries, everything is shared also in my Telegram channel. You can even text me on my WhatsApp. My numbers are always there. So we have said this is for our time frame. Now you have to move to the lower time frame and be able to see what directions should we anticipate to put our positions. But respect the other zones of daily, which showed that the market is on the on the resistance. So as the market opened, they created that gap, and that's where it ended, and then they reversed to the up direction. So we're gonna consider that to be our low risk area so that we can at least use it as our potential confirmation zone. So we can now bring this one to the closer so that we can make our work neat. We are going to mark this as our expected buy area. Remember, you should be well known, well informed at what time are you supposed to execute trades. Now these pairs, most of the time they move in New York session. So right now, taking a position on this, it will be a very risky decision that you could have ever took as a forex trader. It will be a very bad decision altogether. So to be on a safer side, just have your setup very clear. Have your setup with you, and then you just have to wait for the market to come and sit on your setup, and then you move. So according to FK's setup, this is going to be my zone. Yes, I'm going to consider this as my zone. I can even label it for those people that have just joined, and I say this is going to be my expected buy what. That's where I expect to put my buy positions, and then this is where I'll expect to put my what? My sell positions. Are we together? So I can therefore say, I can label it again and say this is my expected sell area. However, I'm going to try to give it more insight. I'm going to try to highlight it more to show you what confirmations should you consider, and then to say I'm buying or I'm selling. Another thing you should know about these indices is that most of the time when the market opens, they don't normally give an actual direction. Ebisala bisinga bwe banga bakagulawo akatale tebatera kutuwa direction entuufu. Ebisala ebimu ajja kujja akube, like now let me give you an example here. They gave us a sell, and out of the blue we can see the market buying. Bwekibata kikwewuunyisa. Isn't that giving you a surprise? All together. So you should just have to wait. Instead of seeing the market has just opened, you can choose to scalp that impulsive move, or you can choose to ignore the momentum and then trade at least 1 hour after the opening of the session. So this is what I had to do. I had to sell off from here because they respected the zone. And then if I was to sell, we can only say the risk area 1 would have acted as your your take profit. And then we are seeing the market is now doing what? Taking another trade. So since you missed the other one, you can just consider this one and say, okay, I'm going to sell off from there, but my stop loss should have to be minimum. Then you have to put to the previous what? To the previous high. That's how you should at least try to minimize your risks, and then say this is going to be my TP1 and TP2. Rachi balance in direction ya sell ransonga. Wototunulia ku daily ina strong resistances ziya creating nga kabonera akalaga nti buyers ekituufu baagala okubayinga but tebalina maanyi, tebamalako, tebalina waka. So it's high time now for the sellers to come. Let me talk about this as well. Olwaleero tuli ku experiencing all time highs ku gold, si bwe kiri. Naye ate my dear, temusaba kulabako kyetuyita all time low. Hey, my brothers and sisters, kale no zino ziri clear. Naye all time lows akatale kaba kayiika buyisi. We normally use a statement the market is crashing. So let us try to be very careful. That is NAS 100, and that is the concept we are going to consider. Zino pair ndi muzi sharing, setup zino ndi muzi sharing mu Telegram yange no kanjiteke mu public, kanjibaye mu public, eya US oil najigaye mu private. I'm sharing this one in my public. Tap the link in my bio, join our Telegram. Guys, don't miss out. Don't miss out. I know, kanjiteke mu private. Okay, let me give it in public. Kanjibaye mu public. Let me first remove this. I want it to be very clear. No. Let me give you NAS 100. I want to see my people making money. No, yes, and it is already paying off. Abajingidde mutandise okukola ku ssente. Mwe abamanyi kye mulimpa. Trade mugitutte. Is the trade active? Yes, this is NAS 100. I'm sharing this out in my Telegram. I've shared. You will find it there. Those in my Telegram, you have seen it. It has come to your... Yeah. So that is NAS 100. Tujukozeko breakdown nayo. Then, what other pairs? Enonjimaze sijizaako mukono. What other pairs? Pair chain alabandai mumpeyo. Aha. Once we go back to gold. Gold candles zali mukuba is trying to close upwards, meaning kyetwayogeddeko kiba kigenda beera active. Buyers bakyaliwo mu katale. Even when you look at 1 hour, what you see is very clear. Kyeraga bwerazi nti abanoonya sales gujja beera mu kisa. Abanoonya sales gujja beera mu ki? It will be just luck. I want us to first look at XAU once more again. Ero gye tusomeddeko gye nnoonya. Waliwo gye tuva okusomerako. Aha, this one. Eno gye tusomeddeko. And it is moving clearly. Kabayi kafe akaba kayingiridde waliwo nagabidde sigino yako. At least you can all see. It is respected. Era eri mu kutambula. Fetwagala chimu, we only want 2 candles to close above that zone. Then we move upwards. That setup was very clear and neat for anyone adagala okayingira. Nandi jagala teekamu buy zange. Naye XNS era nganya okudipostinga sente. So, nfunikire sigenda trading. Aja kola ku account management. Bagoba bali copy trading. Bajufuna. Personally, sijja ku trading. Yes. XAU USD setup yaffe bwetyo weekoze etya weefaananyi abana abagitutte katubasabire bakole ku ssente tuli fenna. Yes, what other pairs? I'm done doing the analysis for almost 4 to 5 currencies. So ngambe ku pair tize tuba tutunulamu into what other pairs should we look into? What other pairs should we look into? Any questions? XAU is moving on smoothly. Kaseta hapo kafe baka respectize. Yes, what pairs please? Take out pair once out to the analysis. Technically tutambule. So far zaabu tatambudde bubi. Fetwabaze you enter from here, that was a retracement respecting BOE, and then we move to the next high tutambule. Someone wants me to try to analyze GBP USD namkozeka analysis ne tumumaliriza kitegeeza wakajoininga my bro XA, that is silver muyina code. I have silver on my watch list lwakuba mbadde simu trading, it's the fact. Katulabe ono all these are metals why no babo now in directions zezimu. Unfortunately ne silver omulaba aliko all time high, all time highs. Naye ali bullish. We are anticipating the market to give us buys. We are anticipating the market to give us buys on silver because let me see, nabagambye when you are trading time frames on all time highs, avoid trading our time frames. So gwoze waliwo special structures twatunonya ebiseera ebisinga for us to get a re-entry, naye nga ezo oba oyagala ziraba olina zinonyeza nnyo ku 30, 15, 1 hour ddala kati on these pairs ezibeera ku all time highs. Unfortunately ku gold siyina structure gye ndaba because wano batulaze nti ba buyers baagala kutakinga over from that level, but then ba sellers ne bajja ne basweepinga out, creating for us a stop loss where tugenda ogikola ki ogiyingira. Kitegeeza omuntu wadde alina kuddayo considering this zone and here. Remember this is a 15 minute time frame. Kati wemanga mbadde wakuyingirira ku 15 man no okujja ku 5 okusobola okuminimizinga osobola okufuna sniper entry okuminimizinga kubanga ogamba oyingiriye wano. If you say that you wanted to enter, let's assume you entered from here, ojagaba this is going to be my entry, I buy, and then my stop loss has to be below this. H2 facility, this stop loss eba mbi omuntu alina sente ntono, that stop loss ebeera very bad. It's a very bad stop loss for one to use it. So what you would have done, jangu ku lower time frame 5, minimizing. You can minimize because wejeni wansi kyongera okweraga abadde eri waggulu. You have to now, you are going to consider that entry oba ogenda gi increasing a percentage ne stop loss ebe egenda kola ki, ebe egenda kendeera. Simple logic. Then remember twage tukozesa risk to reward ratio ng'ogamba emanga nyingiridde awo genda targetinga previous high as my TP1 so that yo bagihitinga nze manvudde mu ki, manvudde mu bintu byabwe. Simple as that. Tewali nnyo magezi mangi gali mu trading all time highs. So meaning you had to enter from there and you take profit had to be on that previous high. Then previous high era ngoda mu concept yemu ononya entry wogenda giyingirira. Okitegeera womalo giyingira era take up test, take profit your stop loss below the zone awo wogenda kosenga previous endala then moving because katutegedde trading ki all time highs. So that is what we can briefly share on silver. The same concept we share on gold is the same concept we are to share on XAU. Concept gyokozesa ku silver, concept yemu gye tukozesa ne ku zaabu. Tulifena? Yes please. Era njimaliriza. Njagala questions. Yes, GBP JPY. GBP JPY. So when you're analyzing GBP JPY, moment. Yes, GBP JPY. Yeah, you're selling, respecting expected sell yafe. Na selling off. sagala kumala budde kweno. Respecting azoli yafe bulungi nnyo. Bulungi nnyo. Era natuwaawo seero. Kitegeeza nali bwembanga I was just waiting for any request to enter my cells. This would have been a potential area to put my trade and take profit. Was supposed to be my take profit 3 was supposed to be my expected buy area, and that's how boom we closed. Are we together? So zino pair analysis concept kwa SIM ebisale bisinga obanga you are sticking to your concept, you will find yourself winning naye nga naye tomanyi ngeri gyokola ki gyowangulamu most of the time. Tuli ffenna baganda bange, just have to keep yourself with one concept. You want to know how you are what? How you are winning. So that is what I can provide as of today. Now, that is the analysis we have. We have been here for almost 1 hour. For the remaining 5 minutes, bring any questions about prop firms. Analysis mubakolede munagamba simukoze. Payers asinga tuzukoze ka analysis ne what nebiki byetukola ki. Nebiki byetusuubira. So we should just wait for the market to respect our setups, then we proceed. I've given you a list of 5 to 7 setups. We have analyzed XAUSD, GBP JPY, NAS 100, US oil, USD JPY, BTC USD, all those setups, they are potential setups. We can anticipate that you are going to make money from them. Are we together? Yes, please. I'm welcoming in some questions about prop firms. Then we call it a day. Let me send greetings to my brother down there. I'm seeing FX Volatas. Our big man FX Volatas. Some of the ancient traders. Good ones. Normally he's on live sessions also. Feel free to check him out. He's our big brother FX Volatas. I'm sending greetings to my brother who down there. What else am I seeing? I'm seeing Myth of Wall Street. I talked about you already. I'm seeing Fanedy King as well. It's also there. FK, the Fanedy King. My brother Wizard. Wizard, you're trader. I remember then for some good years. Last year, he gave me some money just because it was up of my work. Yes, I'm seeing down there my brother, Mr. Dons FX. Dons FX has been with us for a very good time of period. Yes, 4 minutes remaining, guys. Bring up some questions. I've given you some setups muzukoze say for future use. Then we see the following what? The following day. Then we look at the following day. Any questions? Okay, fellow traders, I think I'm having no questions. Allow me to send thanks to all of you that have attended our session today. Let us pray hard so that we meet tomorrow, same time, and we see whether we can have some analysis again and even some psychological talks about forex trading and see how we can win through the charts. As I conclude, don't forget to tap the link in my bio, because normally when I'm coming live, I always share the links to my Telegram. I share them there. Those people, they can come and join us and analyze from here. Yes, any inquiries for any services, just try to tap out on me, check the numbers, and then we conclude. I gave a signal NAS 100. Let us look at it lastly as we conclude. We see, is it moving on our side or it is moving against us? It is paying. I gave that signal. If you didn't take it, my dear brother, you have really missed. Remember, that is a 1 hour time frame candle. That is a 1 hour time frame candle. It is selling 14 minutes remaining for that candle to close. So what if it closes there? If it closes from there, you just have to wait for a test at this level. Once the market retests to that level, then boom, we shall be anticipating to move, to continue downwards. So we shall expect a rejection due to price action at this level. The market might reject, but again, we shall not fear. We wait for another retest. I just assure you the next one will just have to close below. If it closes below there, it's a very good confirmation that the sellers have now won the directions. However, if they don't, and we just receive a candle closing above, you know the concept, then there we are just moving upwards to the what? To the upper direction. I don't know whether I am making myself clear, traders. Yes, that is the setup. Kenawa sharing ide aka XAU USD aka NAS 100 US Tech. You can call it US Tech 100. You can call it US Tech anything you wish. Nayenga, remember, this is not the right time to trade NAS. Tetuganya atambula nenga sike kasera kakatufu. Oba mukoze mu sente well and off. What okoze era still well and off. There is more opportunities to come in New York session. So I was just giving a conclusion on that setup. Let us meet the following day. I've not seen any questions. Thanks for the turn up for today. Mr. Osdon Freddy, you have been with us for a full hour. It's really so amazing. And those that have just joined us, we are really sorry. We have been here for almost an hour and now we are calling it a day. Thank you so much for today's turn up. Let us meet tomorrow. You take that signal, you make money. All money you make is yours. The entire money you make, it is yours. For appreciating me, I'll be grateful, but that is all your money. Free signals, free money. Have a good day and a blessed week.